For number 7, this is from the checkpoint, week 6 checkpoint from F7C. So what we're going to do is we're going to use several ways to do it, but let's start with this. The negative 4a squared, we're just going to put that in the numerator and leave it there. And here, since we have a negative exponent, that means reciprocal. So we're going to put everything in the parentheses in the denominator. The next thing we'll do in our denominator is we'll raise everything in the parentheses to the 4th power. So again, we're just going to keep our numerator. 2 to the 4th power is 16. And then a to the negative 3 raised to the 4th power, we multiply. That gives us a to the negative 12. So there's a couple of ways we can do this. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at this fraction. Negative 4 over 16 is the same as negative 1/4. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use my quotient rule, and a to the 2nd divided by a to the negative 12 would be a to the 14th power, because 2 minus negative 12 gives us 14. So this is my answer. So now I need to look at my choices and see which one of these is going to be equivalent to the format that I've put my answer in. I can rule out choice C. I can rule out choice D. Because choice C, A has an exponent of 10, and we know that's not the case. And D has a negative coefficient of negative 64. So now we just need to determine which of, and then B can be ruled out also because that exponent of A is a 10 and it's in the denominator. So by default, that leaves us with A. And it makes sense because dividing by negative 4 is the same as negative 1/4. So therefore, our answer is choice A. For number 10, our entire set of parentheses is raised to the negative 2 power, which means we take the reciprocal. So I'm going to put the entire set of parentheses in the denominator. I'm going to keep my parentheses. Nothing inside the parentheses changes. It just all moves to the denominator to the power of 2. Because again, remember, a negative exponent just means reciprocal. So now I'm going to raise everything in my denominator to the 2nd power. So for now, I'm going to just keep my 1 in my numerator. 4 squared is 16. M to the negative 4 to the 2nd power, we multiply. So it's m to the negative 8. And then n is raised to the 6th power because 3 times 2 is 6. Now, if we look here, the only thing that's raised to a negative exponent is the m. So everything else is going to stay put. So m to the negative 8, again, means reciprocal. So I'm going to put in the numerator m to the 8th power. And then everything else is going to stay in the numerator. The 16 stays, and the n to the 6th stays. So if we look at our choices, this is clearly choice D.